So, what do you do if you get a bad critique on your work? So when I was starting out in comics, I remember Bones and I posted up Sovereign to, I think it was the Smack Jeeves forums. We were looking for a critique and to make friends and stuff. It was our first webcomic. We were fresh babbies out of high school. And I remember getting some pretty ruthless critiques. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people on that forum were super nice, but there were some people who were really harsh critics. So I got this critique that was oh, you draw a bunch of same face stuff. So it's hard to tell characters apart. The colors are really muddy. There's random motion lines that don't make sense. And they basically tore my whole comic apart. And it was my first comic, and I was a little babby, right? So I was super mad about it. I was they don't know what they're talking about. I don't draw same face syndrome stuff, even though I totally did, looking back on it. So I was really upset, and Bones and I griped about it for a long time. So how we dealt with it was, I'm sure we put up some defensive comments probably, but we decided not to respond. We didn't want to respond negatively or too harshly, because we'd asked for a critique. So we got what we had coming. Also, in hindsight, looking back on it, they were right. The colors were muddy. There were weird motion lines that didn't make sense. I did draw all my faces the same. But at the time, it hurt a lot. I was oh my god, I'm so upset about this. And it was very tempting to act inappropriately and get really upset about it. But looking back on it, and it was really inconsequential. In the end, I started to work to better the things that they pointed out to me. And I guess my takeaway from it was even if the critique is harsh and it hurts your feelings, you should always analyze what they're saying and see if, any of it's true. Every once in a while, we did get some critiques that were really, we didn't know where they came from. I remember we got one comment about Sovereign where they're oh, your main character is probably bookish and shy and stuff. And we were no, that's not the character we're writing. And we haven't really posted much, so I don't know where you're getting that. So every once in a while you'll get a piece of the critique that's way off base. They might be making assumptions about what you're trying to do instead of actually looking at what you've done, which you can probably disregard, because if they're way off base, why even listen to them? Just ignore that part. But take what they're saying and really assess it. They may have a point in what they're saying. It's difficult to parse through sometimes. But if something just comes way out of nowhere and you don't know where the heck they're getting it from, then maybe disregard it. Come back to it later. But yeah, it can really hurt to get those those harsh critiques or those bad critiques. But I think I've learned the most from those. Because don't get me wrong, it's nice when you show someone something and they're oh, this is great. Because, sometimes you need that encouragement. But it's also good to get your work torn apart and smashed and stuff. Right? It's really good to get those it's good to get harsh critique. That's all I'm saying. It hurts. You're gonna have a day where you gotta go eat a whole tub of ice cream and be sad that you're not perfect. But then you gotta realize that you're not perfect, and that's okay. And you're just gonna keep working harder and get better. Thank that person for pointing out flaws in your work that you couldn't see at the time. That isn't to say put up with abusive critiques, because sometimes people are just they don't know what they're talking about, or they're just being mean. I think just through experience, you'll kind of figure out, which kind of critique is which. But yeah, stay positive, my friends. I feel I should do an update on how I'm doing with this challenge. So I finished my issue that's going out for February. So it came out today while I'm recording this, but yesterday for when I'm posting this. So that was 12 pages, and then earlier this month I finished 5 pages from the previous issue, So like I'm getting a lot of work done, and it's like I'm staying focused on it, and it's been pretty cool. I'll be real, when I get home after work, I'm like, I don't want to work on comics. I just want to lay down or play with my kittens. But I can't. I gotta record my audio and my video. The audio is the toughest because I think I still get nervous right before I sit down and do my recording. So thank heck for Bones for making me do my audio every day. But yeah, but it's been good. I'm glad to be checking in with my comic every day. It's been really cool reading all the comments you guys have been leaving. And like, I'm just like, how you people are so nice. I'm hoping this next month it might be a little easier to get all my work done. Partially because I hope I'll be less busy. There's been a lot of like doctor's appointments this month and vet appointments. Like, nothing bad. Like, just checkups and stuff. And then on top, thanks for listening, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I will see you guys next time. Bye!